Having watched a total of 14 brand new films that released in October, let's rank all those 14 films. And in last place is Vicious. This was just a pretty bad horror film. At number 13 is The Woman in Cabin 10. It was like an okay thriller mystery, but it could have had more and could have been better. At number 12 is The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. With this one, it was just okay. The performances in this was just the best parts. At number 11 is A House of Dynamite. The first 30 minutes in this was really good, then after that, it was just okay. At number 10 is Stitch Head. And this is a fine animated film. It's one that kids will enjoy, families might enjoy. At number 9 is Play Dirty. And this was a fun action heist comedy film. At number 8 is Head Up. There was just a lot going on in this film that it did great, showing the chaos of it, and Tessa Thompson did give a great performance in this. At number 7 is Roofman. Performances in this were great, and it did good, showing off the sewer events that happened in this fictional way. At number 6 is Good Fortune, and this was one that surprised me as how much I felt relatable to it, as it does have its hilarious moments, a great cast. I do think that Keanu should get the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor in this film. And just after this, all I want to do is eat tacos and salsa dance. At number 5 is The Smashing Machine. And this was a film that had great performances from The Rock and Emily Blunt. I do wish there was a bit more of a narrative, but at the same time, it was just very interesting to see the life and career of Mark Kerr. At number 4 is Good Boy. And this was just a very interesting horror film that shows everything from its perspective of a dog, and it did great with that. The dog, Indy, gives a great performance in this. Give Indy the Oscar. At number 3 is Black Phone 2. And I know many people were hesitant about its sequel, but I got to admit, I thought this worked. It was interesting to see how they had the grabber in this film, and I thought this was a pretty good sequel. At number 2, it's Ron Airy. And I got to admit, this film was pretty awesome. The action in it was amazing, the score was phenomenal, the special effects was great. I thought the characters was good for the most part, but could have had more to them. This was a movie I had a lot of fun with. But at number 1, in my favorite film that was released in October, is Frankenstein. With this film, it just impressed me with the style, the prosthetics on the creature, and the performances. Jacob Elordi did great as the creature, and Oscar Isaac did great as Victor Frankenstein. And what Del Toro did with this film and showed off was phenomenal. Overall, that is my ranking of all of the films I've watched that released in October 2025, but what is your ranking? What is your favorite film that released this month? What is your least favorite film? Let me know in the comments below and follow me for more.